Welcome back to Blue Collar Golf. Today, I'm out playing another 18 at South Park Golf Course. I'll start the day off with good contact, but double-cross myself into the hole that's just left of one. On the other side of hole 2's tee box, I hit a punch to get myself down to the green, but hit it chunky and come up short. With my third, I'm left with another chip on, and this one is much better as it runs past the cup, giving me a look at saving par. I roll a good putt, and having difficulty finding the gold ball, that'll be the last hole it plays. On hole 2, I hit a bit of a toey ball, but it's good enough to find the fairway. I hit a good approach in, but flared a little right, it runs off the side of the green. Chipping on, I get caught peeking and knife the shot out of frame, but at least it's on the green. I'm left with a long putt for par, but the putter seems to be doing its job as I drop another one from distance. On 3's drive, I find my all too familiar snap hook and hit it down into 4's rough. I've got a shot, but with an awkward lie, I hit a terrible chunk that just gets me back over on the other side of the trees. Still a bit obstructed by the tree, I hit a great shot to find the front of the green. With a long putt for birdie, I stay aggressive, but missing low, I run it well past. Now with work left for par, I'm able to roll a good putt and keep the card clean. On hole 4, I get stuck, and my body does a bit of a Scheffler impression as I hit one down the left rough. With the ball below my feet, I make solid contact, but I pull it a little left, just missing the green. I hit a decent chip on, but once it gets past the pin, it just runs on and on down the slope. Putting back up the hill, my speed's a little light, and we card the first bogey of the day. On 5, I break the bad drive trend as I hit one right down the middle of the fairway. With a great opportunity on the par 5, I hit a toey iron that's pushed out right into the tree short of the green. I pitch on, but get a bit strong, leaving myself at the back of the green. Another long putt for birdie, and I run the putt past the cup, slightly out of frame. Putting back uphill to save par, I roll a good putt and find the bottom of the cup. On hole 6, my distance is great, leaving me hole high, but way left, I'm nowhere close to the green. Short-sighted and chipping from a downhill onto a downhill, I do everything I can to get this ball as close as possible. And with a few feet left, I'm able to roll the putt in to save another par.
Straight at it.
I get back to my usual driver MO on hole 7, snapping this one left, revisiting 6's tee box. Just behind the tee box, in the high grass hazard, I hit an iron down, missing the green, short and right. I chip on, but with the slope running away from the hole, I'm left with a lot longer for par than I'd like. The speed may be good, but this putt was never on line, and it misses low, leading me to 2-putt for another bogey. On the short par 3, my brain and my body don't get along as I hit a terrible wedge coming up well short of the green. Pitching up from below the surface, I hit more up than I do out, and I put myself right on the front fringe. I leave myself with another long look at par, and rolling a good putt, it nestles right behind the cup as I tap for another bogey. Falling out of a tee shot on hole 9, I hit another toey ball that snapped down the left side. Straight back uphill to the green, I stand up on another shot, just running the hybrid further up the fairway. I pitch on, but landing it at the front of the green, it's going to leave me a little bit of work for par. My line is good, but I'm lacking in the speed department as I come up short and finish the 9 with a bogey. Making the turn on a dogleg left par 5, I'm looking to cut off a little bit of the trees, but another hook puts me right in the middle of them. Simply punching out, I pull down on the handle, missing it left and running the ball further down the tree line. Closer to the green, but still obstructed by trees, I'm left punching out again, and this time successfully short of the green. I get a bit yippy with my 4th, and even though it lands off the green, it still runs on past the pin. Still with a putt to save par, I roll a good putt, but it breaks down low and I card a bogey. My drive on 11 is better, but turning over left, it still finds the rough. Hit a solid shot on the approach, but being uphill, I come up about a club short. I hit another yippy chip, just finding the green and giving myself a long look at par. I give the par putt a solid roll, but it just misses low and left as I card another bogey. Trying to avoid the left miss, I hit my drive on 12 high on the face, skying it into the right rough. With the ball above my feet, I hit a toey iron pushed out right as it runs down through the trees. Finding myself next to the green, I chip on, but pulling it left, it's good for distance, but leaves me work left for par. The putt looks good for a long time, but breaks off low at the cup as I tap in for another bogey. On the long downhill par 3, the tee shot is more of the same as I snap a hybrid down hard left. relying on my scrambling. I get a bit too cute with this shot, cutting right underneath of it, leaving me off the green. So with the second attempt from a bit closer, I hit a decent chip on, at least giving myself a putt to save a bogey. And with a slick downhill putt, my only goal is trying to get it on the shadow of the flagstick, and I managed that to find the bottom of the cup. My drive on 14 is well struck, but still turning over left, I find the rough. Blind to the green, I hit a solid approach in, finding the middle. With a long putt for birdie, I roll a good putt, but it comes up short as I tap in for par. On the last par 3 of the day, I play at the left side with the wind off the left, but a solid iron doesn't get touched by it, and it finishes just in the rough. I hit a great chip on, running it down like a putt, and nestling close to the hole, it leaves me a putt that I'm able to tap in for par. On hole 16, I hit a great drive, but block it right and put myself up amongst the trees. Stuck in a bit of a poke and hope situation, I bump an iron down, luckily bouncing onto the green. It's not how I drew it up from the tee, but with a putt for birdie, I put a good stroke on it, and this long putt finds the bottom of the cup. On 17, I hit a drive low on the face that barely gets off the ground, but it finds the fairway as it's in the air almost as long as it runs on the ground. It works so well with the tee shot, my approach shot also barely gets off the ground and runs up the right side just by the greenside bunker. Pitching on, I hit a good shot, but it gets a bit fringe boosted and it runs on long of the pin. With a putt back up the hill for birdie, I burn the high side with a little too much pace, and I'm left with a few feet that I tap in to save par. I missed recording the tee shot on hole 18, but it was a well-struck ball that left me in the first cut. From there, I hit a solid iron that finds the front of the green. With one last putt at birdie, I miss it low, but I'm able to clean up the par. As always, thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more, and until next time, keep grinding on your short game.